Welcome back, guys. We find ourselves on the surface. We have just managed to get here. This is the pub, I believe we were told. And I'm excited to see where this part of the story goes. So this is rest. This is our personal chest. And we've got this. Okay, unable to identify this stuff. Boots. Okay. This is the stuff that I got because I was a backer on Kickstarter. Full disclaimer on that. We do have a couple things in our journal. Worm Family Secrets. This is the last chapter. We have to complete this quest or it'll fail, so I am going to try to complete as much stuff as I can. I'd rather not fail quests if at all possible. Talk to Horgus. Alright, so let's see if we can find him. Spy amidst our ranks. Show Irabeth the dispatch. And we have to scout the Tower of Estrad. Burning City, talk to Staunton. He's probably not going to like us much. Alright, so let's see if we can find Worm. Hey, wait, mind if I bend your ear about something? So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get that, and I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? Or do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? What? You what? No. Your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy like, waiting for the demons to come knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try to move on us, make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you'll leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Got it? When do you think the demons will attack next? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand and that we are going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know, after they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you've got any business that needs taking care of, you better do it soon. Anything else you want to discuss? So the rift. That damn beetle left with his scythe. Yeah, well, it cut the city in two, and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them have tried to make it sure. But if you've got a mind to go across, I think you're going to have to eventually. You might want to give the square a once over. Thank you for the warning. See you later. Okay, so we'll have to build a bridge or something. Alright, let's talk to Horgus. I don't want that quest to fail. Here, take this. Yes. It's 2,000 coins. Take your payment and remember that Horgus Worm always keeps his word. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our future cooperation. I'm sorry, my words are failing me. Horgus looks at you with an unvarnished disapproval, his arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay you generously for your services. What do you mean, someone like me? For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze, then lie down drunk in the gutter. Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps? Noble of heart, but without coin to your name? Horgus sizes you up critically, then sighs and shrugs. You seem a reliable enough ally to me, and you did get me out of those mongrel caves. So why should I care what you do with the money once you've got it? Boy. Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes him something. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I would ask you refrain from making such statements in the future. Oh really? How impudent. No one dare tell Horgus Squirm how to address the rabble. So what does this job involve? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabras. I still have... Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside, one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me until I can complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors. That's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. What kind of reward are we talking about? 1,000 gold coins. Double the reward, and I'll think about it. Ha! Yeah, right. For that kind of money, I could hire the Queen Galfrey herself to guard me. 1,000 is my final offer. Deal. Marvelous, most excellent. I'll proceed to my mansion at once. Wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry unless you want me to lower your reward. You know what? Load. I don't accept that. I am very much a completionist, like I said, and I want those perception checks and stuff. So I'll take this stuff. Oh, I identified it that time. Alright. Boots. Away, little boots. Competence bonus on saving throws. Yes, please. And this. Competence on persuasion skill checks. Okay. And pet owl cat. That can go there. Well, I'll take it. So I'll just quickly zip through this stuff. You want me to guard the tavern? Where do you think the demons will attack? Everything seems so clear so far. Thank you for the warning. Cool. Save. Dr. Horgus. Okay. What do you mean someone like me? However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. What does the job involve? Okay. And what kind of reward? And double it. Nice. Deal. That's what I like to see. Alright, so... Still working on this. Made progress on this. We gotta go to the mansion. Burning City. Gotta talk to Staunton. I'll do that next. Save. Talk to him. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high, crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vaughn. If you've heard rumors about me, his face, which looks like it's never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces. Just so you know, Everything people say about me, it's true. I need to talk to you. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor, as bad as a Relu Forlesh. That I'm a disgrace, even among the ranks of the condemned. That Queen Galfrey should never have spared me. That I belong on the gallows. Why do they hate you so much? You really don't know? I'm the reason why the Crusades forces are holed up in the fortress on the edge of the World Wound instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the Wound, the mighty, unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tired. They wanted to execute me. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so. But the Queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I've done. So that's how I live, decade after decade, fighting in the condemned. As you can see, I have fixed nothing, and I have also earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. Spit in its face. This whole city fell because of you? How is that possible? What do you mean, how? If you don't trust the word of condemned, go ask anybody else, like my little brother Joran. And if you still don't believe it, what's it to me? If you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1000th time, don't. You really don't have any friends? I couldn't have survived this long if I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even the fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Commander Tirabade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier, not a drudge. She has no qualms about taking me into battle. She's had some mug flung at her in the past. Mud. I can't read. Or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. So many years in the condemned. Surely you've paid your penance by now? It's not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. The condemned isn't the worst part. All these years, I have prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priests. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the Father of Dwarven kind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but just to tell me that I am still one of his children. But he doesn't seem to give a damn about me. What can I expect from these mortals when my own God doesn't think I deserve redemption? I need to talk to the elf who calls himself the Storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? The Storyteller. A strange old fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours talking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort. He just listened. At first, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. But later, I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he is still alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Black Wing. It's a library. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. He would sit there day and night. I have to go. Wait, back there, in the Grey Garrison, in the room with the stone. I won't ask what troubles you. That's your business. We'll keep it that way. But I can tell when a person's fighting a losing battle against themselves, and you know something that can help, and I know something that can help. Here, take this. It served me well. Served me as well as it could. May it do the same for you. I have to go. Go on then. Maybe we'll see each other again. I got the cloak. A +3 resistance bonus on all saving throws. Heck yeah. Very nice. Alright, so I gotta visit the library, gather allies. Okay. And find Jana Eldori, Sila's friend. Okay.
I'm gone.
Crusader. This person has a name. What can I do for you? Show me what scrolls you're selling. Oh, alright. Some of these, 2 of those, 1. Shield, protection from evil, magic missile. Yeah, I might as well get one of those. Mirror image is a good defense. Oh, she can't use shield. Oof. $2,000. I don't have that. Alright, she can only use one of these. But it would be nice to have them for the future. Okay. Let's talk to this guy again. Who are you? Visali Rathamus, rector of the local temple of Abadar. The temple is gone, though, and if we snooze here for much longer, the city will be lost as well. Who's that boy with you? This one? Kaido the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy, and his faith is strong. He serves Erastil, but there's something he can learn from an old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older. What kind of help can I expect from you? First, I sell scrolls. I have a lot of them, something for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed, no surprises. But you'd better not go into the city without a cleric. I won't be going there myself. I'm too old, and my powers are needed here. I have to go. Talk to... Master, I am at your service. I want to know more about you. You can ask me anything, Master. What do you think of life on the surface? Life among the uplanders, you mean? Your customs are strange. I mean, theirs, not yours, Master. You are strong and clever, but I look at other uplanders and wonder. Have you seen how proud they are of their weakness? Look, my hands are so soft. I've never done anything to make with them in my entire life, because noble blood runs in my veins. What does it matter who someone's parents are? I'm the daughter of a former chief of the tribe, so what? Is this what they respect and fear for me? Fear me for? Saul became the chief because he was old, experienced, and smart. After him, I might become the chief because I'm strong and even smarter. But these weaklings wouldn't have lasted a day in our caves. I apologize for my reading, guys. Having trouble today, I guess. Everything is strange here. It's alright, Master. We'll put things right, won't we? Tell me about your life in the caves. Life was better than an uplander might think. You're surrounded by rock on all sides. It's sturdy, dependable. When you hide in a crack, you know for sure you're safe. Not like here. All this empty space around you. You always have to be on guard in case an arrow flies from any direction and hits you. Life underground is calmer somehow. Sure, there's less food in the caves than here, but the amount of food the uplanders have, it's too much. Don't you see, Master, how fat uplanders are? Why do they eat so much? Like cattle fattened up for tastier meat. We only have one fat person in our tribe, and it's Sul, and he was only fat because he was old. But up here, everything just seems fairer in the caves. When there isn't enough food for the weak, they die. The lazy die. The sick, in the head and the body, die. Only the strong and skilled survive, and the blood becomes thicker, tougher. What happened between you and Lan? He's a good hunter, but not too clever. A bit of an idiot, really. He was the strongest in the tribe after me. That's why I kept him close. His heart is soft, unlike his body. The huntress smiles shamelessly. But then I met you, and I didn't need Lan anymore. Now I only want to hunt with you. I can tell you're proud of your strength. Of course, let everyone see who's standing before them. The weak must obey the strong if they don't want to be remembered for their place, reminded of their place. Even when I was a snot-nosed little cave rat, I could bring nethers twice my age to heal. Neithers twice my age to heal. Because I fear nothing and no one, pain least of all. I was showered with praise and compliments. The best hunters of the other tribes wanted me. But did that matter to me? The moment you start listening to flattery is the moment you get soft and you die. No, I always pushed myself further, challenging myself, taking myself to the very edge. Many times I almost died, but I always came back stronger. I earned all my strength on my own, and if anyone didn't respect that, I just grabbed my knife. That's why I became the best hunter in the tribe. On the surface, your people are called mongrels, but I take it you don't like that term? The huntress shrugs her shoulders. Let the uplanders call us whatever they want. It doesn't matter. I know what they're trying to do. By giving us that stupid nickname, they're asserting their status and superiority over us. But it's normal to try and dominate a stranger you just met. That's expected. When my kin conquer the lands on the surface, people will call us by whatever name we choose. Why do you serve me? Because you are winning, and because I want to be the winner. I don't like sharing food and fire with weaklings. I prefer people like you. And also because being close to you is a good way to live. I love life. I am young and strong. It makes sense to eat, drink, screw, and kill enemies while you are young, not when you are 30,000 gongs old and shriveled up, like Sul. As long as I'm your servant, I can have fun as I like and order around anyone I want. Who will dare defy me? No one. Kill for me and you will get everything you've been dreaming of. It's good we understand each other, Master. As we Neithers say, we hunt in the same cave. Everything is clear to me now. Your interest gratifies me, Master. That's it for now. Hey there. During that march through the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. Irabeth said your friend Jana Eldori is missing. Do you know where we should look for her? Irabeth is worried about her fighters. I understand that. I wanted to help Jana myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Jana and I met in Canabras a few days ago and just hit it off. We went drinking together. We went to that unforgettable celebration together too, but we got separated in the crowd. We should start looking from the main square. That's where I last saw her. Jana's a good fighter, even if she is green. She couldn't have become an Eldori otherwise. I hope that means she's all right. What do you think of what's going on in Canabras? It's complete chaos. It's lucky we're here to handle it, right? Does the way I talk bother you? I know I can seem blasé. Many good people and our protector Terendelev died here in Canabras. A paladin of Inamade is expected to be properly respectful and solemn. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It is better to hold off on grief until we've driven the last demon and cultist from our city. There's wisdom in the traditions of mourning, and one shouldn't reject them. All the more if inappropriate merriment could offend other mourners. Many people's loved ones perish in Canabras. You may be right. I should keep myself in check more. Better discipline, more self-control. Qualities suited to a paladin. Is fighting demons all you want, or are you looking for something more? How about covering myself in glory and becoming the hero of 100 ballads? Or at least a dozen, if they're lively ones. Anyway, to be more serious, the area around the World Wound is the best place for a paladin who wishes to defend the weak and serve good. Being part of the crusade is reward enough for me, but there's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing my brothers in arms, but the Eagle Watch and other orders are focused on just one aim, the war against the World Wound. That's why they can sometimes overlook the smaller things, ordinary misfortunes, you know? I always liked being a wandering knight because at any moment I could get up and go help a poor rat folk whose family had been kidnapped, or an old woman whose favorite dog had gone missing. So here's my answer. I don't have some big, important goal, but I'll happily help those who need it, a little bit here and there. I'd like to know more about you. Of course, ask me anything. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Geb, a little bit from Ketapesh, but mostly from the Knights of Inamade. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I belong to their ranks more than I belong to any other place. You've come to Mendev by a long road, haven't you? A very long one. A traveler is expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I only have 3 tales of any interest, and I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to show for myself when it's time to start bragging, and that just won't do, especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of a battle with chupacabras. Isn't your attitude toward life and war too carefree, especially for a paladin? Was that a hint of reproach? If you're only asking, then no, I don't think so. You have to know when it's time for jokes and when it's time for mourning, the right moment for joys and for sermons, and sometimes a good traveling story can be all of those things. If it entertains and purifies the soul, that story about the chupacabras is one of the good ones. Picture a small town in Irda? I'm not sure. I'm butchering that, and I know. And down in the dungeons, there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows are already built for them. The rope's been bought, but sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly, a paladin of Iomade appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they live. If they survive, that is. There's a big difference between imminent death and probable death, with a glimmer of hope, wouldn't you say? So here we are, traveling through the desert, me and my friend, the priestess of Sarenrae, along with the little rat fellow who had asked for our help, and the 2 cutthroats. We get to the rat folk village and saw their bodies laying on the ground, all drained dry. We figured we'd have to fight vampires. That's how the little rat folk described the monsters who attacked their village. That's why we went all brazen-like. The sun was high and the vampires couldn't attack till dusk. But we never got a chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. The second one ran for his life. That left me, the rat folk, and Kira. That was the name of the priestess. And we all steeled ourselves for the fight of our lives. Just when we thought the end had come, with the chupacabras surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, and our rat folk friend wounded and down, and the teeth of the quickest of those blasted monsters was clenched on Kira's shoulders. Right then, when all hope was lost, the other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kira. I'm sure you know what a turning point in a fight looks like. Well, that was it. A moment before, we were lost. A moment later, we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead, one by one. The little rat folk is united with his family, who were hiding in the basement. The priestess and I closed the eyes of that boy from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. May the gods keep his soul in its journey through the afterlife. Your savior was a fool. He could have easily fled. If he was a fool, I like that sort of foolishness more than cold, merciless calculation. Had it not been for that mercy, Milos, that was his name, would have been hanging from a noose, and me, and Kira, and all the rat folk would be dead in that village. Someone told me that a kind deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious. By the same token, an evil done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. That's what I really wanted to say. The chupacabras were just a good starting point. What made you become a paladin of Iomedae? That's a serious question, and a good one. You should ask it of your companions, but it's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago, I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with the other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought, I was a hired sword for a bit. Not the proper origin for a paladin, is it? But then, Solku was the city of orphans, widows and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People there heard about new deaths before they'd finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights of Iomedae brought a glimmer of hope to the city, but while others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and their gleaming mithril armor, wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. Haha. A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say, and I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak into the knight's camp and steal one of their mithril helms. And I was right there when a gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Asimi was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. A gnoll, like all those others, she'd fearlessly driven from the gates of Solku. That one blow was fatal, but who was really to blame for her death? The gnoll attacker or the young thief named Sela? Even a seemingly small misdeed can have terrible consequences. Yes, you're right 1,000 times over. I hate to say it, but I just don't see it. I just didn't see it back then. And if I had never gotten that lesson, my eyes would have probably never been opened. Who knows what would have happened to me if not for Asimi and her bravery and her death? Maybe the world would know Sela as a bandit, not as a knight and protector of those in need. There's a saying I like to remember. People rarely find redemption on their own. Someone must show them the way. But you were asking what brought me to the ranks of Iomedae's warriors. We all choose the paladin's path for our own reasons. Some are guided by nobility of spirit, some by a desire to fight injustice. I became who I am through penance and debt unpaid. The day Asimi died protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself for the terrible guilt I felt. But then I realized it wouldn't make the world any better. I decided that instead I'd try to take her place. I'd become who she had been and protect the innocents that she would no longer be able to protect. What are the principles that paladins of Iomade follow? I'll tell you, I like to recite our code. It feels like I've said it 1,000 times, but it never gets old. There's a strength in these words. I will learn the weight of my sword. Without my heart to guide it, it is worthless. My strength is not in my sword, but in my heart. If I lose my sword, I have lost a tool. If I betray my heart, I have died. I will have faith in the inheritor. I will channel her strength through my body. I will shine in her legion, and I will not tarnish her glory through base actions. I am the first into battle and the last to leave it. I will not be taken prisoner by my free will. I will not surrender those under my command. I will never abandon a companion, though I will honor sacrifice freely given. I will guard the honor of my fellows, both thought and deed, and I will have faith in them. When in doubt, I may force my enemies to surrender, but I am responsible for their lives. I will never refuse a challenge from an equal. I will give honor to worthy enemies and contempt to the rest. I will suffer death before dishonor. I will temperate my actions and moderate my behavior. I will strive to emulate Iomede's perfection. Thank you. I've learned everything I wanted to know. Thank you for speaking with me. Until next time. And that about wraps it up. I think next time when we come back, I will talk to some more folks. I will do my next level and go from there. I will probably mark this as an optional video just because it's been 99% talking and no action. And I look forward to jumping in again next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.